Welcome to the first episode, everybody, and to all my players as well. Hope you guys are ready to have a good time with Adrian Drago, Void,
Hello.
Lucky Larry, and Tommy Angeli Casaro.
My body's always ready.
So, let's start the scene. We're overlooking a asteroid hovering in the dead of space. In the distance, you can see other planets. You can see the sun that these planets rotate around. One planet in particular is larger than the others. You're actually quite close to it when you're standing atop this asteroid. It is a gas giant with a ring around it, and its name is of no importance. We come down to the asteroid, which is about the size of several football fields when you stand atop it. There are several buildings on it, all very industrial looking, all very bland and gray and boring. There is also a mine on this planet with a big entrance located into it, and in the mine is a more quarry-like formation. So it's a weird mine that goes in and turns into a quarry. It's bizarre, but it's an asteroid. And over the asteroid is a, what would you call those things? A environmental field, keeping gravity and air and everything into it. And on this asteroid, we find 3 prisoners. Because this is a labor camp.
God damn it.
We're looking... There's actually about 11 prisoners, but 3 prisoners that are most important.
Are they wearing like orange or like the black and white or
they're wearing
electric shock collars?
Well,
what about a really nice suit?
They're not wearing electric shock collars, and they're not wearing orange. They're wearing striped black and white prison uniforms.
Classic
Very
prison.
classic.
Very classic. That's
we got a little ball around our ankle.
That's
too.
exactly how they do. Yes, but it actually doesn't weigh anything down. It's an anti-grav ball. It's just for show. Here we find Adrian Drago, Lucky Larry, and Tommy Angeli Casaro doing manual labor.
Hold on, do we have to refer as Tommy Angeli Casaro every time?
No, I'm going to start calling him Tommy soon, but please, please don't interrupt, Devin. So we find our unlikely heroes doing manual labor. Now, they have very strict rules at this labor camp. The prisoners are not allowed any sort of item that might be construed as a weapon. So in place of mining picks or mining lasers, they all have their own personal mining drone that follows them around and zaps rocks for them to carry. The camera pulls up, and we see a very unhappy Adrian Drago, who has gotten here very recently compared to the other 2. Currently working on shuttling out some rocks out of the quarry into the loading bay, where ships will come and pick it up and escort it off the planet. So,
we talking granite here?
yeah, I actually wanted to get into that. What you guys are mining you're not mining any rocks of any particular importance, but you are on the far edge of the galaxy. So these rocks actually have a very high collector value of rich people who live in the center of the galaxy who want really nice paved cement roads.
They want some really far out rocks.
Yeah, they want real far out rocks. That's exactly right. So what do you guys do?
Well, he's all pissed off mining.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
definitely.
You guys are all right
picking
now.
up rocks.
You guys are all right now. You're being watched by 2 robot guards. Like I said, there are other prisoners around. You guys are not the only ones here. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I am not putting rocks in.
You are putting up rocks. As you say that, as Lucky Larry thinks that, his behavior enhancing device around his neck goes off and shocks him.
Oh, so we are wearing shock collars.
No, they are behavior enhancing collars.
Okay. That just happened to shock.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
If you
shocking
will,
realization.
Bensies. Oh
So-
God, what to do?
I will be half-heartedly putting rocks into the bucket. Small rocks, as small as I can find.
Tommy's actually having a really good time. He's just stoked to not be part of the mafia anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm
Oh.
actually kind of excited. I'm like, walking back and forth with like some pep in my step.
Yeah, all the
Getting
other
those rocks.
prisoners are annoyed at you,
Yeah.
and one of the robo guards like flashes you a thumbs up.
Okay, yeah, and Adrian just tries to make it a workout.
Yeah,
so, like I pick up a
sweat
rock.
is glistening off his feathers
I
right
do
now.
like
Disgusting.
slips
like-
off him. You know,
It's the montage from Rocky 4.
yeah, like I pick up a rock. I do a sit up with it, stand up, dump it in the bin.
Right, you have to stay in peak physical performance
Yes.
because of what's going on.
I definitely roll my eyes at everything that's going on.
Your
around me.
behavior enhancing collar goes off.
I get the feeling that's the theme of this episode.
One of the guards taps his behavior enhancing rod in his hands and looks at you, expected.
Hey there, champ. How about a glass of water or something, huh?
His chest opens up and a glass of water comes out.
Oh shit!
Uh,
if it's
I-
that easy.
I pour the glass of water on the behavior enhancing.
You reach for the glass of water and he hits you with the behavior enhancing rod. The water
Come on.
sinks back into his chest.
Come on, man. I've heard the water at least. Just a little cup.
Sorry, we are not allowed to give water to miscreants.
Then why do you even have the water, huh? We're all miscreants here.
It is for me. And the water comes back out of his chest and a little arm reaches up and pours it into his electric mouth. It causes a fizzle.
This whole place just doesn't make any sense to me. As I
Your
say,
behavior
walking.
enhancing device goes off.
Yeah.
I'm watching this just with a smile on my face.
As this is happening, the camera cuts out. As the camera pulls out, we see a ship approaching the asteroid. It's piloted by two Mushon scientists, while another Mushon scientist walks around and he observes the vat that they have on board. You can't really see through it, but it seems to have a humanoid figure in it. You all see, as you're working out in the quarry mine, the ship pulls up. It's not the usual trucks that come to pick everything up. This is like an actual, it looks like a science vessel. And out walk the Mushon scientists. You guys see them walk across the field, and they walk into the building, which you know is the guard captain's barracks.
Okay.
And now time resumes. Like, you're all, the guards, like the robo guards, watch this happen and then go back to watching you guys.
These rocks, James, how big are they?
They're pebble sized.
They're pebble sized, so they're not big rocks.
No, they're not very big. They have what essentially is happening is they're being cut out by these little miniature mining drones that are like cutting out little pebbles for you
Like,
to pick up.
Does that mean
Nanobots?
Larry is picking out the smallest of the small?
Like
Yes,
picking out sand.
he's essentially picking up granular pieces of rock. And he's doing it very sarcastically.
Oh, you already know.
Just imagine he picks one up. Oops, dropped it.
Yeah, and by the way, this training sequence that Adrian Drago is going through is much less impressive now.
God damn it. Okay.
Can I grab the mining robot?
Yeah, you can try.
I'm gonna grab it.
Your behavior enhancing device goes off.
How do we defeat them robots, boys?
All right. Well, I pick up some granules of sand and I walk towards the guard captain's barracks with the granules of sand because I am clearly.
Excuse
working.
me, please stop doing that. And a guard walks up to you, swinging wildly his behavior enhancing rod.
Hey, hold on there, Tin Man. I've got to bring these samples over here to Science type fellas. They asked for him personally.
The robot pauses for a second, and we're gonna have our first roll of the game.
Pull of the game?
Poll of the game. So, what I'm gonna want from Lucky Larry is go ahead and make me a presence and lying check.
All right, so that
2
is-
jokers.
I got 2 presents and 4 lying, so that's 6 cards.
7 because you're
plus
healthy.
one because you're healthy.
Oh, you're right. You net not a single. Not a single.
Really? Not a
Yeah.
single
Damn.
success?
Yeah.
Started out strong.
You want to? Maybe you want to use a drive point? Like,
Nope.
now?
Here we go.
Like if I had some kind of like I have. What do I got? I got 2 pair and a deuce. All right.
Yeah, that's
I
not
got
gonna
2.
work. The robo guard does not care. The robo guard like pauses for a second, and like you see the lights in his face go out, and he's like, computing, error, and he starts swinging wildly, and he hits you upside the head. Take 1 damage,
Oh,
and
Christ.
he hits you with the behavior enhancing device so hard that you actually. I know it's not part of the rules because you're not at 1 health, so you're not unconscious, but the shock is so much that it like sends you unconscious for a second.
Well, he's not a fighter, so
All right. Well, I'm
He
on the
hits you
ground
with
now.
like a pretty supercharged behavior enhancing rod. And you are down to 2 life. The rest of you watch this, and not long after, 2 of the Mushroom scientists leave the barracks. I did mention that 3 went in, right? So
Yeah, you did.
two of them leave, and one of the anyways, retcon if I didn't. 2 of them leave, and the guard captain comes out. The guard captain that you all recognize as Jack Warbler, and he strolls up, and I'm gonna have to do a voice for this guy.
Not
Well,
much of a talker.
well, the scientists just got done, and you boys are going to be needed in my office. And he
I
like
rub my head and I look at the robot. Geez, pal, you didn't have to be so rough. You see?
the Captain Jack walks over to you, and he helps you up, Larry. And he says, "Well, I do not like dissension among my ranks, but that is quickly to be rectified." And he like walks back into his office, and like extra robo guards come out and like order you guys to line up and start heading to the office.
all right.
I got it. I can walk on my own 2 feet.
Error. No, error. You can walk on your own 2 feet. You are a human.
Tommy kind of skips over excitedly, going over, just doing what he's told, just excited to not be.
All the other prisoners eye you.
I want to
They're-
help Lucky up.
They're not happy.
Give him a good old hand up.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
Like a
Hey,
a wing up.
thanks there, feather brain.
Hey, I have hands. Shut up.
Yeah, he has hands. Yeah, so you all are led into the office, and you're all lined up. Every prisoner, and besides Jack is a Mushin scientist. And I should explain what a Mushin is. A Mushin is about a 4 foot tall humanoid rat creature. They very much look like rats. They're hunched over and they're not pleasing on the eyes. But this Mushin looks a bit younger than the other ones. He's got like pretty vibrantly black fur, and pretty intense black eyes. And he says, "Well, I'm here on official business, and please do not make this take longer than it needs to take. We are going to be upgrading your behavior-enhancing devices. This is going to be a painless process if you cooperate, as you all know, and it's going to be very, very painful if you do not. So please line up. We're going to do some repairs and some enhancements on your behavior-enhancing collars."
Yeah, I'd like to go first.
Hey, Chief.
Oh wow, you sound manly.
Okay. So, yeah, Jack is surprised at this, even though he shouldn't be because you have been this way for like the past week. He says, "Oh, well, Okay then, I guess. We got our first volunteer. Go ahead and stand at the front of the line, son.
Hip hop, hop, hip hop.
You kneel down, and the Mushroom scientist goes to work, and then the something happens. The happy-go-lucky Tommy is now drooling, and he is brainless, and he stands back up, and the Mushroom says, "Well, please return to your place in line," and he does that, and he says nothing. He doesn't skip. He doesn't hop over, and he just does it. He says, "Well, next in order is going to be Adrian Drago, our resident trader of the Italian army."
Oh no. Okay.
You do it?
Dude.
Do you want me to help?
You know what? Sure.
Okay, you do it. Adrian Drago walks up, kneels down, and the Mushroom scientist is like, "Wow, you guys are great. This is fantastic. This should go really quick then." And he fiddles with your behavior enhancing device, and Adrian Drago, his beak hangs open, and he stands up.
While he's fiddling with it, can I look to see what he's doing while fiddling with it?
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence and engineering check.
So, all 2 cards? Ooh, I got 1 success.
Or are you
One
helping?
success.
Was that?
No, he's not
no.
healthy
He's
anymore.
not
Oh, I'm
healthy.
not
Oh,
healthy.
that's right. You got smacked.
Got blandered.
He got slapped once and he's hurt.
Okay, not all of us can be strong gorilla men. Lay off. So, yeah, you notice that he is, you notice what he's doing, but it is, far beyond your realm of understanding. You can see the motions he's making, but you don't know what any of that means. He's pulling open the collar. He's, messing around. He's got a soldering iron. He's messing around with shit, and, he inserts a new chip, locks it in, and then, shuts it down. Shuts it, and then Adrian Drago stands up and returns to his place in line. Okay. Well, this is going real nice. I really like this. And then his eyes look over at you, Lucky, and he is unhappy. All right, get him over here. And before you can do anything, one of the robo guards grabs both of your arms, in a vice grip, and starts walking you over.
Hey, whoa, be careful with the merchandise, okay? Look, hey, cheese breath, you don't have to do this. You know you don't have to do this. Come on, baby.
Well, first of all, that's really racist. Second of all, I kind of do. It's in my contract. And he starts working on your collar.
Yeah, but what is this? Why are you doing this to us? Huh?
As you're saying this, he finishes up and you turn into a drooling mess. And you stand back up and walk over to your place in line. Game over, guys. You all lost. No, as he's calling over, he's like, "Well, I don't like using their prisoner names, but this guy's been here so long, I've forgotten what his actual name was, so I guess we're just gonna... Slicer, can you step forward?" And Slicer is a wiry-looking human. He is half of his head is shaved. The other half looks like Angelica's doll from the Rugrats, Cynthia. And he is tatted out like crazy. He's like, "Whoa, hey, buddy. Oh, no, I saw what you did to those guys, and not having a part of it, buddy." And he turns tail to run out the door. And as this happens, you all feel the asteroid shake. And it cuts out outside. The asteroid has been hit by a 1 in a million solar flare. As this happens, all the electronics on the asteroid go out for a split second, and the camera cuts into the Mushroom ship, and the vat powers down, and it drains, and it breaks, and there is a Void person in there named Void, and he wakes up.
This raw, fiery energy. It feels good.
The Mushrooms are panicking right now. "Oh, no, powers, auxiliary power." and they like start walking around and like they're running and like trying to like power your vat back up.
I look directly into the eye of one trying to power my vat back up, and I go, "You will release me."
Well, anything you want, and he releases you. And they both like run into airlocks and jettison out. They have taken escape pods and they are gone.
So is the asteroid on like fire? Like fire?
No, nothing's happened to the asteroid. You've been hit by a solar flare. The environmental field around it was enough to protect it from getting like absolutely fried, but it was quickly shorted out, and now the trajectory of the asteroid is unknown. But it is not staying in place like it was. It's kind of drifting.
The feeling. It's fading. Oh. Where am I? There seems to be other life form. Hello, other life form.
And what are you talking to right now, Boyd?
Boyd just sees these robots and he thinks they're life forms.
By the way, all the robots that were outside are like disabled and on the ground twitching.
I approach one of them. Do you need help? I will see if I can find you assistance.
Cut back inside. Everybody that had a non-upgraded collar, their collar like overloaded and like sent shocks out like crazy. They are all passed out. Everybody who got an upgraded collar, you were saved from the shocks. And in fact, all the solar flare did was disable your collar, and now all it is just an uncomfortable metal thing on your neck.
Wild Wild West up in here. Okay.
Jeez. You know, I told you, you didn't have to mess with this, baby. The neck's precious.
Jack, Captain Jack reaches into his desk and like pulls out a laser revolver.
Whoa, calm down, baby.
Hey, I am calm. Don't worry, I ain't planning on shooting you. But you can't leave.
You can put the gun down, though. You can do that.
Nope, not gonna do that. Sorry, it ain't gonna happen. But you're not gonna move, and when my robots come back, we're gonna resume the process.
How about you put the gun down, we walk out of here, it's gonna be nice for everybody, baby.
By the way, Adrian, it's really hard for you to move. A lot of your body is like augmented by electronics, and they're all powered out. So you're kind of like, you can move, but it's harder for you.
It's through pure strength moving my weight.
So it's really important that I mention, as Tommy, being a plant gorilla, I have these basically flaps that can fold out from that allow me to utilize photosynthesis. That's all they really do. That's all they do. That's it. So I'm wanting to really increase my presence against this man, so I fold out my flaps. And I make myself look as big and as intimidating as possible.
Okay, first off, he's not a bear, or is he?
Dude,
he's a bear of a man.
Disgusting.
He's a big human.
And I say to him, I think you're gonna let us go.
Okay. Make a presence and persuasion check.
Alrighty. So, okay, alright. Let me try this.
Just make sure +1 because you're healthy.
Yes,
and
I
plus
am.
1 because it's aggressive.
It is aggressive. So, you said presence and persuasion?
Yes, presence and persuasion.
Well, I shit you fucking not. That is 2 jokers. 0 successes, 2 fucking jokers.
God,
As you puff up, and make yourself big and intimidating, and you're like, you're gonna let us go. And Adrian's like kind of struggling to move, and Lucky is like sitting there looking at you like, okay, what's this guy gonna do? You successfully scare Captain Jack, but not in a good way. He reflexively shoots you in the knee with his gun.
I deserve it.
Take 2 damage.
Alright.
And he's like, well, okay, none of that anymore.
What are you doing here, pal? You just shooting my friend.
Hey, Okay, first of all,
thing.
we both know that he's not your friend.
Yeah, you're right.
So don't try to lie to me on that part. You're gonna lose that roll. Second of all, he scared me. That's all. It's just a really. And then as he's saying this, the robots are starting to like power back up. They're not quite there yet, but they're starting to power back up.
So that means
Are-
my armor is starting to come back.
Does that mean our necklaces is coming back up too, or did they
No,
completely fry?
They're fried.
Okay.
Every like small mechanical thing was fried. Small electrical thing was fried. Everything like robots. Also, the field is starting to generate again. So air was quickly leaving everything. You guys were in a building, so you're fine. But everything outside, like the robots started to like drift off of the thing. But now it's coming back, and they're like falling back onto the asteroid. But yeah, everything's starting to come back, and the Mushroom scientist is like, well, this is a bit more serious than what I was paid for, so goodbye, everyone. And he goes to leave.
You're just gonna let Cheese Breath leave, but you're not gonna let us go? Come on.
He's not a prisoner here like you guys are.
What did I ever do to deserve such treatment, huh?
Well, we could go over your file, but we've been over it about 1,000 times, so...
Go ahead, pull out the file. I want to see it again.
Yeah, no, I see what you're trying to do here, and it ain't gonna work.
Come on, amongst us humans, you know.
All right, go ahead and make a charm and persuasion check.
3 successes.
3 successes? He's like, okay, well, I don't like it, but, you know, Lucky, what are you gonna do anyways? And he like looks, he has the gun still trained on you guys, but he pulls out your file. He like goes into his desk and starts like rummaging through looking for it.
While he's rummaging, I'm gonna go for the good old leg sweep.
Okay, you're like across the room. Do you want to like? Okay, you're across the room. So if you're gonna go for a leg sweep, that's gonna be an agility and athletics check.
Okay.
Because you're gonna have to like sprint at him.
Is my body fully back?
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. You're not as mechanical as the robots.
Do I have my jet boots?
No, you don't actually. Interesting thing to know, Adrian. When you were brought to this camp, all of your cybernetics, aside from your basic movement ones, were disabled. So your gun arm, your jetpacks, your boosters, none of them work anymore.
Oh, you mean they didn't let the prisoner keep that?
Yeah, surprisingly, no. So, yeah, none of that works anymore, Adrian. You are essentially just a normal bird person.
Okay. I'm gonna still go for it.
Okay. Make an agility and athletics sweep.
That is 5 cards.
Okay. One. Did you add one because you're healthy?
Yes, that is 2 successes and a joker. Son of a bitch.
2
God,
successes and a
strong.
joker. Okay. So this is actually going to be the start of initiative. You guys are currently in a room with 2 robo guards, and Captain Jack is your enemy. All the other prisoners are down for the count for now. They're not dead, but they are like pretty unconscious. And yeah, so you are now going to go against 2 robo guards and Jack. So let me go ahead and get the order set up. All right. So the beginning of combat. So with 2 successes, you sprint up to Jack as he's like rummaging through the desk, and he's like, I know it! And then he fires at you as you duck and sweep his legs. You successfully sweep his legs and do 2 damage to him. And you trip him onto the ground. But he, in his wild shooting, is going to get an attack himself. And that's 1 success. So, like, as you dip down and go to trip him, a bullet grazes your shoulder. And it's like one of the few non-cybernetic parts of you, and it kind of hurts. The bullet flies into the wall behind Lucky Larry, who luckily was not hit by the blast. Oh, sorry, laser. You're right. And so next up in initiative is Tommy.
So did I take 1 damage for that, or
you did take 1 damage for that, and you don't have dodge right now, so that's 1 damage.
Yeah.
Tommy,
All right,
you're
so
up next.
I am next. Great. I may have spilled juice on my desk, but I'm good. So I too would like to attempt to attack. Who's actually the closest to me? Is it?
There's a robo-guard right behind you.
And is he back up yet?
The robo-guards, like as the shot rings out, both of the guards are like online.
All right, so yeah, I want to just go over and grab him and just smash him to the ground.
The robo-guard.
Yes.
Okay, make a brawn and melee attack.
All right, and I'm still healthy, so we're good.
You're still healthy after getting shot in the knee?
Yeah, it put me. You
He's-
should take 2 damage.
Yeah, he's
My
12
in-
life, my man.
Oh man, I forgot. Okay, yeah, you're good.
He's a chunky boy.
Dude, he's a chunky monkey.
All right, I got 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
James, monkeys have long tails. Gorillas don't have any. Don't have
Yeah,
tiny nubs.
apes
Come
don't
on.
have
Yeah.
tails, and vapes
God.
definitely don't have tails.
Vapes have vine tails.
Yeah, we have vitals.
So yeah, the RoboGuard is like, please restore order, and then like as you grab the robot, he's like, please do not do this, and you like grab him and slam him back into the ground and do 4 damage to him.
Now I feel bad for the robot.
The robot looks up at you and he says, "You are going to pay, criminal scum." And now it is Larry's turn.
I raise up my hands and I walk away as slowly as possible, not to make a fuss to anybody, while saying, "Hey, baby, I didn't do nothing. I just wanted to see my file." And I walk into, like, away from all the baddies.
Okay, you bump into the RoboGuard who is next in the order. The RoboGuard looks down at you and says, "That is acceptable," and looks over at the gorilla who's going ape on the other robot.
Ba-dum-cha.
Ha! You made the joke today.
Yeah, he's going bananas.
Bless America.
That's a bazinga. Goodbye, viewers.
Yeah, and he goes over and he is going to use his behavior enhancing rod and attack the back of Tommy. He gets 2 successes. The RoboGuard comes up behind you, Tommy, and gives you a smack square in the back with his lightning rod. And it sends a shock through your plant body. You can feel it in your
Oh,
leaves.
suddenly they're lightning rods, huh?
Well, they're behavior enhancing rods that shoot lightning when you hit with them. So next in the order is the RoboGuard that you slammed on the ground.
Did it do any damage to me?
Oh yeah, it did 2 damage.
So do I? Wait, hold on. Do I have my dodge up now?
Nope.
No.
No, okay, so this
Not
is
yet.
still
I will
okay.
tell you when you have your dodge back up. So yeah, he does 2 damage to you. The RoboGuard that you like slammed into the ground, you still have like a hand on him, and he says, "I will destroy you, miscreant." And he starts swinging his arm wildly at you, and he goes for a wild swing with his robo hand.
Some would say a reckless attack.
And he hits you for 1 damage. It like slaps you across the face. It doesn't hurt as much as the robot intended, but it is very insulting. Before the next round of combat starts, we're going to cut outside. 2 of the robots that Void was looking at have gotten up and they say, "We must assist the captain." And the other one looks at him and he says, "Yes, we must do that." And they are going to enter the building. What do you do, Void?
Void ponders to himself. A captain. He might need assistance. So I follow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna follow these robo boys.
Okay, I'm really loving Void.
All right. As you do that, two robo guards and a weird void creature like enter the room. By the way, as you saw all this, you saw the other Russian scientist run past you. He got into his ship and he just took off. And also, as you watch the ship take off, Void, you see that gas giant planet off in the distance is starting to get slightly bigger. Cut back into the room, and here we are with Adrian. It is now your turn. And by the way, you all have access to dodge now.
I feel like my primary opponent is the guard captain.
Yes, Captain Jack
Is-
Warbler.
Is Mr. Jack on the ground from the leg sweep?
Yeah, he's not like flat on his back or anything, but you did knock him to a knee.
Okay.
So
You've
you're both
seen-
kind of like kneeling at each other right now.
You've seen the movie The Protector with Tony Jaa? Not Tony Jaa, it's the other one. But anyway, they still do Muay Thai. I want to do the cool knee to like make him flip over.
Oh, okay.
Hit
So
him
you're
in,
gonna
like
like
the side.
So you're gonna like do a kind of side knee at him and like cause him to fall fully to the ground.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna. This is like a very acrobatic move.
Well, it was literally just going like stepping and kneeing him.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought
More of a run and knee.
Okay. All right. Make a brawn and athletics check.
What is that? 6 cards. Okay. That is 2 successes.
2 successes. As you do that, like, you stand up and, like, it's not very far you have to run. He's pretty close. And you just, like, shoot a knee up at him, and he barely ducks out of the way. And you have removed his dodge. All right, now it's Jack's turn.
But James,
what? What's up?
my attacks go through dodge.
Oh, you're right. As you, like, he goes to dodge and, like, slams his face right into your knee. He, like, reels, it, like, knocks him up, and he reels back a little bit from the impact. Thank you for reminding me. That's pretty great, actually. I really love that. So yeah, he like he's now on his feet, and you're both on your feet, and he's like looking at you, and he trains the laser revolver on you and fires.
I hope the gun fucking breaks.
Well, no, the gun didn't break, but like as that happens, like you see where he's aiming at, and just because you don't have your like cybernetic enhancements, you still have training as a soldier, and you like just kind of step to the side, and he lets a wild shot off, and it goes right by Lucky Larry's head and like into the wall.
I think that's twice now.
No successes, huh?
Yeah, jeez.
Hey,
It's
at least
almost
his
like
negative
someone's
shot,
trying
so
to
he
kill
was
me.
pretty lucky.
Dude, yeah, either Lucky Larry's super lucky or super unlucky.
Tommy, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going for main guy captain.
Okay. The robot, like, laying on the ground is like, I understand. You're scared.
What
You turn around.
What I'd like to do is actually grab the bot that I just threw and huck it as hard as I can right at main captain boy.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a, what would this be? Let's do a... So this is definitely going to be brawn, but I'm going to let you choose between athletics and perform.
We're going to go with athletics.
Okay. So brawn and athletics.
All right, so I'm now injured, so I'm no longer healthy.
Yeah, so you lose that extra pull that you got for being healthy.
All right, I got 2 successes and no jokers.
Okay, 2 successes, no jokers. You pick up that robo-guard that you had slammed into the ground, and he says, "Oh, never mind, I take it back. You are not a coward," as you throw him. Jack, like, sees this coming, and with surprising deftness for a pretty big guy, he steps out of the way, and you eliminate his dodge. And the robot that you threw slams into the wall behind him and takes 1 point of damage. He's still operational, but he does not look good.
You are not a
These are
coward.
some hefty drones.
Larry, it is your turn. You are out of eyesight of everybody right now, Larry, by the way.
So this is the guard captain's barracks, right? That's what you said we were in. I'm gonna look around. Is there like a gun or something around?
No, he's got the only gun that's in this place. I'm going to just tell you that right now.
This is a smart man.
Is there like a computer terminal or something of that nature to maybe shut off these confounded guards?
There is a computer terminal, but you don't know if there's a way to turn off the guards unless you want to try.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, make a intelligence and computers check.
All right, here we go. 2 cards, 1 success.
1 success. Yeah, you find the computer, and you see that there's a way to shut down these guards, but you don't know the password, and everything you've tried so far hasn't worked. So now it is the RoboGuard who struck Tommy in the back, and he is going to take another swing at Tommy because you're still right there. That is uncalled for. He gets 3 successes.
Hey, he's the
Damn.
most trained robot, I guess.
Dude, he excelled. He got all A's at Robot Academy. He, like, rises up and just takes a hefty vertical swing at your back, Tommy, as you're looking away from him.
That's cool.
Are you going to use any dodge?
Don't forget, yeah, you have dodge.
Yeah. I only have 2 points, but I'm gonna use the 2 points.
Okay, so yeah, he does 1 damage to your health and gets rid of your dodge. So, like, as that happens, you kind of, like, in the heat of combat, like, kind of shift to the side, and it just grazes your side. It hurts, but it's not as damaging.
And I
as it
turn and
could
go,
be.
you shouldn't have done that.
Now it's the RoboGuard's turn who you threw. He, like, stutters up to his wheel, because these all look like Rosie from the Jetsons, but, like, in guard form. He
Same
like
hair? Come on, same hair?
Yes, same hair.
Okay.
He gets up to his feet and he says, error, and then his turn is over. Void, it is your turn.
I'm going to sort of hold everyone in place with my powers. Sort of like
So
freezing them as they will.
Everybody who's in combat?
Everyone who's in combat.
Okay, man. This is going to be... Make a presence and telekinesis check.
Okay, I got 2 successes.
Yeah, it's not enough. I'm going to give you a choice right here. You can either choose to restrain a few people or kind of like slow down everybody.
I would like to pick up Tommy, the robots, and Johnny, right? Guy with the gun?
Jack.
You can pick up 2 people. You're gonna
2
have to
people.
You're gonna have to restrict it to 2 people.
Then I'm gonna do Tommy and Jack. I would pick up.
Okay. Yeah, like a field comes out from your hands, and Jack and Tommy, you guys can no longer move.
And then I say,
At all.
No, not at all. Like you can
Okay.
breathe and talk and stuff, but you can't like move your body.
it is fascinating to see other life forms, but it is pondering to know why they hurt each other. But
As
how-
you say this, one of the robot guards like charges past you and goes to hit Tommy.
However, if you would like to keep existing, the solar sun outside is getting ready to go nova. I have been out here a long time. I suggest we leave.
As you say this, the robo guard comes up to Tommy, takes a swing at him, and just completely whiffs it. And then the other robo guard who came in with you does the same, like, just makes a beeline for Tommy and goes to swing at him. He gets 1 success. He thinks that he's going faster than he is, and, like, he takes a swing, and it just, like, pokes into Tommy and gives him a little shock. Does 1 damage.
Tommy's getting beat up.
Yeah, he is. Adrian, we're back up to you. What do you do?
Okay, so I am going to heed the information Void has told me, and I want to get out of here.
Okay, yeah, you just walk out of the room. Like, nobody tries to stop you.
I'm getting out of here, boys. As I say as I'm leaving, come on, Lucky.
Jack, it's now Jack's turn, and he's going to try to fight being held by Void. Yeah, no, he doesn't do anything. Like, he kind of just, like, wiggles. And now, it is Lucky's turn.
Hey, Mr. Voidman, weird-looking guy over there. You see a spaceship out there, or are we just gonna walk off this asteroid?
Lucky, you actually do know there's no, like, spaceship in sight, but you do know that Jack had to get here somewhere, and his space car is probably, like, in one of these garages.
Okay. So can I do a quick check on the computer to see where vehicles would be, and then book it out?
Sure.
Whether or not I find anything?
Do intelligence and computers.
I think my character could be able to transport some of you guys with me.
I'm going to let you know right now that you could, but it would only be 1 person, and it would be a very slow trip through space. They would age considerably during that time to get to the nearest planet.
Yeah, but Void doesn't know that, nor does he really care.
So I got 1 success.
1 success? Yeah, you do find it. It's actually right next to the building that you're in right now.
Okay. Was there any, like, password or anything that I needed to operate the car, or was it just like, this is the space car?
No, he didn't think anybody would find it, so it's actually
Okay.
activated just by a button push.
All right. As I'm running out, I run past the Void guy. Hey, bring that big gorilla guy with us too. He might know a little thing or two. You know, baby. And I run past.
Gorilla.
Yeah, the plant-looking guy.
Yeah, I'm what you call a vape.
You're
I have.
a vape?
Yes.
By the way,
a vape.
as you're all talking, the RoboGuard that's been behind Tommy this whole time takes another swing. He does
run out,
he does
by the
2
way.
damage to you, Tommy. He like swings upwards and like clocks you in the jaw with his behavior enhancing rod.
Thank you for calling it what it really is.
I'm not injured.
You're now injured?
Well,
Are you sure you're not unconscious right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, because I had 10 life. You did 2 damage to me. Again. Or you did 3 damage. I used my 2 dodge, which took me down to 9.
Wow, Jesus, yeah,
Then,
you're pretty buff,
then I took
huh?
2 more damage, and I have 7. My injured is at 8.
Man, okay, yeah, he clocks you on the jaw and like is surprised that you're still standing. He's like, error. Sentient should be unconscious.
I look at him and I just go, hey buddy, it's the benefit of being the plant.
The RoboGuard that has been like malfunctioning at the back explodes into sparks and knocks out Jack. So Jack like passes out and that robot is gone.
Neat.
Okay, so then I set down Tommy, and I'm gonna bring Jack with me.
Okay, yeah, you bring Jack. You set down Tommy. Like your field, recoils around him and just like disappears, and then like Jack's unconscious body just gets lifted into the air, and you like bring him with
He's
you.
just floating behind
The
me.
RoboGuards that like were by Tommy watch this and assess you as a threat. Please stop. Ne'er do well. And one of them charges at you and takes a swing.
And I'm still being held by Void, right? So I still can't move.
No,
No.
I
Oh,
just dropped you.
He dropped
Oh, okay.
you. He got a success and a joker. He walks up to you, Void, swings his thing, and it like barely clips. Do you want to use your dodge, by the way, to reduce this damage by 1? Because he's only gonna do 1 damage to you.
Yes, I do.
Okay, he swings at you, and the behavior enhancing rod does not connect, but a little spark of the lightning hits you and changes your adaptation, and now you are a lightning elemental.
Such an interesting feeling.
Yeah, you're kind of like vibrating, and you have like sparks arcing off of you.
Unwise life form.
The second robot guard is like now calculating all of this. And Adrian, it's your turn, and you're out of the room, so you're out. Tommy, what do you want to do?
I would like that most recent robot that attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go after him.
What are you gonna do to him?
I'm injured, but I'm really fucking pissed.
Okay.
I really want to try to rip this boy in half.
You want to rip him? Okay.
I want to fucking tear his fucking body panels apart.
So, yeah, all right, okay. That is going to definitely be a brawn and melee check.
I'm going to have to. Do I have to say the drive beforehand?
No, you can say the drive as you spend it.
All right. So if let's say I'll just play some cards here. So you said brawn melee?
Brawn melee, yes.
All right.
The best type of characters.
Dude, the best type of characters for sure. Holy.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend a couple drive.
Okay. Keep in mind, you get 1 card per drive.
All right, I have used all of my drive,
Holy
and I have 2 successes
2 successes with all
my
your drive.
God.
with all of those cards. What is
Okay.
that? There's 8. It's 12 or 14 cards. That is true.
Wow.
All right.
Hey, at least got rid of most of
You-
the schmuck.
You like walk up to that robot and like grab both of his arms in a very intimidating way, and the RoboGuard like locks eyes with you for a second, and then you like kind of roughly tug on his arms for a bit.
That's only just roughly tug.
It does 2 damage, but it's not gonna tear a robot apart.
It's like he's pulling its socket in and out. It's very painful.
I was hoping with those drive to get like 6 successes, so it'd just be done and done.
Yeah, Larry, it is your turn.
Oh, I was out of the building.
Oh,
I
you're
ran
gone?
past.
Yeah, that RoboGuard that you're tugging on right now, Tommy. He is not too happy.
He'll tug.
You have both of his arms like grabbed right now, and he's going to do like a cool like backflip kick style, but he's just gonna rev his wheel and like kind of drive up your torso and flip around. So let's see what he does. No successes and a joker.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
So he does this, and it unscrews his arms from the sockets. He did not expect this. So now he is just balancing on his one wheel, and you have 2 robot arms.
Oh my god, that's great. That's wonderful.
All right, so it is now Void. Your turn.
There was one robot that swung at me, right? They
Mhm.
gave me the electric charge.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you do not care for your life form. Let me extinguish it. And I'm going to send a huge jolt of lightning through all of his circuits to
All
make
right.
him explode.
Make a brawn and biology check.
A robo-biology check.
I got 1 success.
Yeah, it's not as big as you thought. You're still getting used to this new form, but you do like send a bolt of lightning at him, and it does like discombobulate him for a bit. You do no damage, but he's like immune. Like he can't move for his next turn.
That will be enough for the solar flare. Time to leave.
Yeah. Are you gonna leave the room?
With John or
All right.
Jack.
Yeah.
Jack.
That's another thing is you were concentrating on keeping Jack, so like it kind of weakened the bolt that you were going to do. All right, the RoboGuard that was like calculating what he should do actually chases you. He leaves the room after you, and now he's outside. And Adrian, you are outside with Lucky Larry and Void and Jack, and you see a guard chase after you. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna do. Is he in the doorway or is he like right outside the?
He has just left out the doorway.
Okay, I'm gonna do a cool dive kick, if you will.
Are you gonna like jump up at him and like
Yeah.
come down at a diagonal?
Well, no, it wasn't. It was gonna be more just a straight kick, land on the back.
Oh, okay. Oh, like a
Like a
drop
mule kick.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. In that case, make a brawn and melee check.
8 cards. See, boys. 4 successes. Let me see if the queen is in there. No, 4 successes.
Okay. You want to use any drive?
Nah, that should be enough. I hope.
Okay. It is not enough. It's like you hit him hard, and like he flies back through the door, but he like
good.
you can see he's still like
That's-
standing.
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay. Yeah, he flies back through the door. He's still standing, but yeah. Larry, what do you want to do? Like you're
I
outside
am
now.
sprinting to the car and turning it on to pick up my dudes.
All right, yeah. Yeah, you sprint to the car. Go ahead and make a no, you know what? Yeah, you're good. You're not at the car yet, but you're getting close. Tommy, it's your turn.
All right. Since my last ordeal wasn't so successful, how close am I in proximity to Captain Jack?
He's out of the door, man.
Yeah,
He's with
okay.
Void.
He's
Yeah.
outside. So you just have one robot with no arms and another one that just flew through the door?
He's actually in one that's like shocked and is overloaded, but he's recovering right now. There's 3 robots in the room with you right now.
Is there any like desks or large objects near me?
Yeah, there's a filing cabinet right next to you.
A filing cabinet? I want to take that and just overhead smash it onto one to the robot with no arms specifically.
Okay. Yeah, you drop the robot arms that you had, and the behavior enhancing device falls to the ground that was in one of the arms, and you opt instead to go for a filing cabinet. Luckily, there aren't many prisoners on this rock, and it's also fairly new. So this filing cabinet is actually empty, and it has just been here for show so far. Make a brawn and melee attack.
Alrighty, 4 successes.
4 successes? That's enough. You bring this filing cabinet down, and like a cartoon, it folds around the RoboGuard and leaves like an imprint that is RoboGuard shaped. And as you lift it up, the RoboGuard is completely KO'd. There's no more light coming out of this thing. It is
File
gone.
that one under destroyed.
I wish I could give you hero points for that.
Roll for
But-
catchphrase.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Roll for catchphrase. That's
Flip
going to
for
be a
catchphrase.
charm and perform.
I got a D20.
No.
11.
No, not roll. Pull. Charm and perform for catchphrase.
Charm and perform?
Yes.
What the fuck? Okay, so I get 1 card.
Go
Yep.
for it.
I got a 9. Thanks.
No,
All right,
your
well-
catchphrase sucks.
Yeah, your catchphrase sucks. You went to say file that under, and then you're like, but
I should have kept the arms and like need a hand and then shoved them into the robot.
yeah, you completely flubbed that. It was gonna be cool, and the other robot is like a little embarrassed that he's in the same room with you right now.
He's a little cringy.
Yeah, it is very cringy. Void, it's your turn.
The electric shock is starting to fade off, since it was just a enhancement or
Yeah,
behavior
I'd
stick.
say that's fair. You're kind of going back to your normal void. So.
So it's we should head to the ship if we would like to survive. That one over there should do. And
Yeah,
I
you
head
point
over
it-
to the ship where Lucky Larry is already on his way over to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the RoboGuard that you shocked like comes to, and he chases you out of the door. He doesn't get far enough to actually like do any damage, but he's like closing in on you guys. The RoboGuard that that got kicked and knocked through the door also gets up and charges out of the door after you guys. You guys have 2 RoboGuards on your tails.
Are we able to respond to this?
Yeah, Adrian is able to because he's next up in the list.
Okay.
Okay. First, I'm going to yell at Tommy to get out of the building.
Here's my concern with you guys. It
Yep.
seems like none of you guys are concerned with saving Slicer,
Well, first off,
who is a very popular...
he is a druggie?
Well, that's very rude of you to assume that. Okay.
Well, he has a half-shaved head and covered in tats and is very wiry. Verbatim.
Wow, okay, yeah, maybe verbatim, but judgy, Nick, judgy.
Yeah, judges use the word verbatim a lot.
That's also true.
I'm just gonna say
Overruled.
my character was not aware of this individual.
So I'm just going to say, if you guys don't save Slicer, the rest of this campaign is going to go to shit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, what do you want to do, Adrian?
Well, I don't want to save Slicer is the first thing.
You know what? I don't actually care for Slicer either.
Okay.
He called me mean names on the yard.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
did.
James
Yeah.
wrote a shit campaign.
Impulsive, that one. Okay, I want to yell at Tommy to get out of the building. And, okay, are the tires of the guards rubber?
Yes, they are rubber.
Okay, I want to dig my feet talons into one of them.
That's sick. Okay, make an agility and melee attack.
3 successes because I crit.
3 successes because of a crit. Yeah, okay, yeah, you like the RoboGuard that is the healthiest is like running past you, and you just stick your talon out and like nab it, and that thing just goes face first into the space dirt.
Just Peter Griffin falls.
Yeah, you just boom, hits the dirt. And now it is Tommy's turn.
Mark?
Mark.
I know, I'm trying to think. Okay. So after that kind of embarrassing ordeal, I want to leave the building to go out and join the rest of the group. And Spicer was in the room with me, wasn't he?
Slicer? Yeah,
that's
Slicer
the one.
is unconscious on the ground.
I want to pick him up and bring him out.
Okay, that's a weird decision to do. Okay. But yeah, you do it, and it's no problem. He's actually really light.
And
Because of the drugs.
Because of the poor diet on the asteroid, Nick.
Well, I don't know. Lucky asked for a cup of water and they just gave it to him. So I'm like, hey, I want some lobster, please.
Wow, you really think great about this, don't you? By the way, I have a name for this place, and as all of this is happening, you guys look at the sign on the asteroid, and it says Paradise Rocks.
Sure, some
I
paradise.
thought this name was going to actually come up, and it didn't, but now it did, so there you go. But yeah, Tommy, you have Slicer over your shoulder, and you're walking outside. You can do something else. What do you want to do?
Actually, I think that's basically what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna kind of try to stay out of sight from everyone and kind of stay behind Jack and just kind of lay it low for a second because I'm not super healthy.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Larry, it's your turn now.
Get to the car. Drive the car towards the dudes. Pick
Okay,
up the dudes while singing, "Get in the van."
Make a wit and piloting check.
All right, that's a grand 4 cards I get. Well, Lucky Larry's not so lucky today.
Did you get a joker?
Yeah, I got a joker.
Oh,
That's
son of a
it.
bitch.
You go to start the car, and there is not much gas left.
Shit.
You think you guys have about maybe enough to make it to a nearby moon base, and that's it. You're not going to get much further than that.
All right, works for me.
Oh, also, you have trouble starting it. Like, the starter is going out. So that's going to be your turn. It's just...
Come on, old Blues. Don't fail me now. And I hit the dashboard.
It seems like... Oh, no, it didn't work, actually. Void, it's your turn.
While Void is holding on to Jack.
Yep.
Jack.
Yes.
Check.
Other life forms. And then I sort of focus all my energy, and I'm actually gonna try and grab all of the other life forms. and
All of
bring
the other unconscious
all of
prisoners.
the other now they're going not the robots, but all the prisoners. I'm gonna bring them to me and sort of try and get them
All
into this
right.
car.
That's going to be a brawn and telekinesis check.
There's one strong brain.
And
man.
I will let you pick up as many prisoners as you get successes. There are 7 prisoners, by the way, that are on the ground right now.
Okay, I'm going to use some drives.
Oh man, you're really trying to save these prisoners. Void is a good guy.
Well, he doesn't know better.
Just so
Except
you know,
for when he's
not-
fire or lightning.
Editor's note, GM note, not all of these prisoners are good guys. Some of them were set up like the other ones, but not all of them are good guys.
So I have no more drive, but I am able to pick up 5 additional people.
Okay. You pick up 5 of the prisoners and like force them out of the building. And now you have, with your telekinesis, you're like strained right now too. Like you are holding 6 people up with your telekinesis right now. It is rough, even for your like nebulous void body to keep this under control. You can't do it for much longer, I'm going to tell you that. But now it's the RoboGuard's turn that got tripped by Adrian. He is going to, without looking, raise up his behavior enhancing rod and slam it on the ground where he thinks Adrian is. And he gets a success. And he hits Adrian like in the talon with his behavior enhancing rod. He does 1 damage.
Okay.
The other RoboGuard who you like drop kicked through a door like comes and does like a tackle, like a shoulder tackle at you.
Well, fuck these guys,
Totally whiffs it. Just
keeps rolling on.
Yeah, just keeps going. And in fact, yeah, he like runs into the environmental field that is protecting the rest of this asteroid and like doesn't do enough to hurt himself or the field, but he kind of just like stops and says, "I made a miscalculation." Adrian, it's your turn now.
Okay, I want to start running for that car.
Okay, yeah, you do that. And you are pretty fast. Like your soldier instincts kick in and you like quickly go past Void, who is like struggling to lift all these guys. Tommy, it's your turn.
All right, I want to the guy that tried to shoulder check Adrian. I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay, I want to throw Slicer into the car and attack the dude that shoulder checked Adrian.
Okay, here's the problem. Let me paint the picture for you. These guys were all like already about 20 feet from you, and now the RoboGuard that tried to shoulder check Adrian is now about 60 feet from you, and the car is also 60 feet from you.
Car is 60 feet. Well, you said Slicer's pretty light.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you still going to try to do this?
All right, I'm gonna do this. Actually, I'm going to scratch the hole attacking the dude. I'm gonna throw Slicer and then make a mad dash myself towards the car.
Okay. That's okay, good. All right, make a brawn and athletics check for throwing Slicer.
A brawn athletics. All right,
Yes.
all right,
I
that's
hope
fair.
you miss Slicer. Just leave him.
All right, so wait, hold on. How many was that? 4 successes.
4 successes? All right, yeah. There's nothing popped on the car, but you like land him right on the roof. Like almost beautifully.
We don't feel it on the inside.
And that,
just-
boys, how it's done.
Yeah, like you throw him and he's like perfectly sprawled on the roof of this car.
Do I also make it to the car too,
Yeah. You
or
know
some
what?
of the way?
Make a agility athletics check.
Okay. 1 success.
That's actually enough. It wasn't very hard. Yeah, you like gorilla run your way over with like your knuckles on the ground.
You mean I vape run?
Sorry, yes, you vape run with your knuckles on the ground, and yeah, you make it to the car. The only person not at the car right now is Void, and coincidentally, it is Lucky Larry's turn.
So the car is on now, right?
Yeah, you've finally gotten it started. By the way, you notice this is like a 4-door sedan. There is no way that 6 unconscious prisoners, Jack, Void, Tommy, Slicer, and Adrian are all going to fit in here. You guys are going to have to make some choices.
So I got Gorilla in the car. I got
He's
third
at the
person.
car. He's not in it.
Okay.
You're the only one in the car right now, except for Slicer, who's on top of it.
Okay, well, I peel out to go closer. Okay, let Gorilla Boy into the car.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah, you do
Can
that.
I allow that? Okay.
Yes, you do that. He gets in the back seat.
I peel out to go pick up Bird Person, Adrian.
Adrian,
Drago.
he's
Hero
pretty.
of the story.
He's a
Correction.
pretty close second. He gets in the passenger seat.
Okay, and then I drive over and say, "Hey, Void."
By the way, as you
Or, I
peeled
don't know
out,
what this
Slicer
is.
like fell off the roof of the car, and he's like now in the garage.
Super don't care.
He's still
Hey,
just as unconscious as he was a minute ago.
Hey, weird guy. You need a lift?
Need? No, they do.
Yeah, they're not gonna fit in this flight.
By the way, Void, as this is happening, like your concentration is starting to like falter, and one of the prisoners falls out of your telekinetic grasp.
Life force fading.
Just
Can't give up. Must
Uh,
study.
By the way, that planet in the background, that gas giant, is starting to expand even quicker. And by expand, I don't mean like actually expand. I mean this asteroid is falling into that planet.
Well,
say that,
despite
buddy. You in or you out? Huh?
despite my power fading, I'm gonna do like a superhero move, like a Goku move, where he should lose but he doesn't.
I think I'll be the one to decide if that happens, but continue.
Where I'm going to I'm going to pick up that guy that fell again, and I'm gonna sort of like sit or stand on top of the car and make like a huge force field around it that would provide life support, and we would also be able to get off this asteroid.
All right. So, yeah, you try to do that. Give me a brawn and telekinesis check again. And your amount of successes is going to be who you can save.
I'm never gonna get this lucky again.
Are you kidding me?
6 successes.
All right. Yeah, that prisoner that you dropped, you just can't quite pick him back up. But the rest of them, yeah, you like pile them onto the car so you don't have to lift them anymore. And they're like in a pile in front of you, and you stand on top of the car and you create a force field. It's not big, but it is enough to project around the car and the prisoners that you have, including Captain Jack. And that's it. Combat's over. Lucky Larry, make one more wit and piloting check to get you out of here.
You got a whole lot of squat.
Nothing?
Not a single thing.
Okay. Yeah, the car.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add some drive.
Okay.
3 successes and a joker, and that's my drive.
3 successes and a joker. Okay. You like take off. And as you do, 2 of the prisoners that were on top of the car fall out and fall through the force field as you leave. So, yeah, you guys like take off, and Paradise Falls, like behind you, falls into the gas giant and is lost amongst the clouds. But yeah, you fly out of there and make your way to the next nearest station. The GPS on Jack's car lists that his home is actually located on a moon near where you guys are.
To be fair, it would be IGPS, Intergalactic Positioning System, not.
No, it's Galaxy Positioning System.
Oh, okay. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, you follow the GPS, and you have enough gas to make it to the moon, and that's gonna be it. So you take off into the dark of space, and that's the end of this one right now. Okay, so that's the end of that session. So as we have previously established, we're gonna vote on an anti-Joker. So who do you guys think deserves the anti-Joker amongst the rest of you?
Me. I deserve it.
Well, I think the most responsible one, I'm going to say Lucky Larry.
I also agreed with Lucky Larry getting the anti-Joker.
To not be a jerk, yeah, I'll go with Lucky Larry too.
All right, Lucky Larry, mark that you have the anti-Joker. And
Okay.
Yeah, Noah, next session, if you so deem it, you can remove a Joker from a poll. And it doesn't have to be your pull. You can remove it from any pull that happens, even in enemies. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe I don't
be
like
silly.
somebody.
Yeah. All right. And now for heroes. Let's just go in the order I deem. Nick, who is your hero for this session?
I'm gonna give it to Mark, Tommy, for trying to rev up robot's arms.
You're my hero for attempting.
For attempt. God, that's such loser status.
That's how
You know what?
the party
Like,
did.
hey, you tried
Hey.
to stick up to the bully, but yeah.
Hey, it's not the action that counts; it's the thought, right?
That's true. You're right. You're right, Mark. Noah, who's your hero for this session?
So, obviously, my hero has to be Slicer.
Your hero cannot be Slicer, even though we all know that everybody wants that because
Okay.
he is the hero.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but I literally saved the hero, so I think that makes
You
me a
actually
hero's
didn't.
hero.
You guys left him in the garage.
I saved him.
No, he's now in a floating gas giant, probably doing some bad stuff with
He's
his
turning
insides.
into
Probably trying to
diamond.
huff it because he's a druggie.
No, he wasn't. Like, GM notes aside, he was not a druggie.
I feel like you're just saying that.
But
Because
on a-
Slicer's my favorite character. He's the one character I hope survived the most. Actually, one of the prisoners you guys saved, I'm really excited for him to wake up and meet you.
And eat us? What?
Yeah,
Okay,
eat
so
you. He's a cannibal.
as much as I don't want to give it to the hero of the story, Adrian Drago, it was really good that you popped the tire of the thing with your talents. I like that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that
He's
was a pretty
ingenious.
cool thing. Devin, who's your hero?
Unfortunately, my hero is also Adrian. I don't, but in my head, when he freaking buck double kicked that one robot, I imagine it just flying through the freaking door, and it looked really cool in my head. So
Dude, he's a fucking acrobatic ninja soldier.
Adrian gets my hero vote.
Bird. You forgot Bird.
Yeah. Adrian is cool as fuck. We all established that. Mark, who's your hero?
Just I recommend sounding like a broken record here, Mark. Just give me one.
Nah, no. It's not going to Adrian. It'll go to a robot that I attempted to rip the arms off. My hero. Oh man, it sucks because no one helped me.
No.
In fact, Void hindered you for a bit.
I did
To be
call
fair-
you to let you out of the building.
Yeah, to be fair, he said that we were all gonna die from fucking a sun exploding. I don't know, it's a gas giant.
I'm kind
So we
of.
should have just ran. But...
I mean, hold on. It's a sun. I'm a plant.
no, it's a gas giant.
Yeah.
I think you guys are confused. Okay, so the situation there is you were on an asteroid that was floating precariously close, but not too close to a gas giant. Then there was a solar flare that hit the asteroid and knocked it out of orbit and sent it careening into a direct path with the gas giant. Nothing was actually growing bigger. It just looked from your viewpoint that it was.
All right.
giants like Jupiter.
I will actually give it to Adrian as well.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Here we go.
Because I am the hero.
I hate this game. I don't want to play this game anymore.
Why are you giving it to Adrian?
Well, okay. So Larry didn't do anything to me. He was pretty much neutral.
Whoa,
Void-
whoa! I picked you up in a car.
Did you, or did I run to the car?
Hey, I allowed you to get in the car.
Yeah,
all
Did
right?
you-
That's
Yeah,
pretty
lucky-
heroic.
Lucky
Did
picked
you-
me up in the
I'm a
car.
plant ape, so I could have just opened the door myself. And Adrian helped by at least taking damage from something else to take the heat off of me. Like,
I
he
just
didn't
mean,
directly
I-
help me.
I was your
took
battle
the-
partner,
I took
if
the
you
heat
will.
off of
Hey,
you.
No,
you
you didn't.
You
You
rolled up
caused me to get hit twice, Devin.
Well,
By carrying me
I
while
mean, after that.
Oh, after that?
You rolled up a tank. That's on you.
Oh man, I love this. I love that. Oh, I just love everything. This game is so good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's all for episode 1. Join us next time for episode 2, where the episode of the Crazy Moon Base.
Spoopy.
Favorite episode.
It's a haunted house episode.
I'm shaking my boots.